Why does this cat fuck with me every fucking time? Nothing,
really ain't no crash, yeah. It's what Davia.
nothing is in there for you.
New bitch deadlier. Pockets heavier. Trying to reach that top when I own my spot and I'm finna break barriers, break barriers, break barriers. Ain't too many play fair with us. I don't wanna hear what they telling us. Fuck niggas hating they jelly us, they jelly us, they jelly us. Need new friends, no enemies. Nobody stealing my energy. I ain't really giving out sympathy, no sympathy. I said I've been there. Right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that. I need all of them. I need all of them. I said I've been there. Right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that. I need all of them. I need all of them. I need all of them. I said I've been it.
Feel better?
Perfect my image, and I make this look easy. Really don't got no limits, really don't got no boundaries. High school days they clowning me, 10 years plus they crowning me. I like how that sounded me. I've been the one that's gonna run it up. Always been different since coming up. You wanna win, you should come with us. Ain't no mistake, I'ma double up, double up, double up, double up, double up. Been through the rain, hiding the pain, ducking the shame, walk through the flame. I never blame, part of the game. I said I've been there, right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that. I need all of them. I need all of them. I said I've been there. Right in front of them. Right in front of them. Right in. I said I need that. I need all of them. I need all of them. I need all of them. Been in this shit for a little manito. I learned the game in the cheat code. You tell them your trauma, they give you $1 and fill up your pockets and speak low. Why they doubt me crazy? I don't know. But every song is amazing. I don't know, but still like tuck low. But I still show up though, trying to fill my cup though. What's up, though? Matter of fact, what's up, folks? Gotta watch my back, cause these niggas be cutthroat. No, I don't go tiptoe. It's 10 toes down to the city, I'm big, bro. Conscious with this shit and still be lit. I said I've been there.
Go away.
Right in front of them. Right in front of them. Right in. I said I need that. I need all of them. I need all of them. I said I've been there. Right in front of them. Right in front of them. Right in. I said I need that. I need all of them. I need all of them. I need all of them.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ay, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably $sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't be, I won't leave. Coming from the block, police, straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ay, 12 can't really stop shit, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot shit. In a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like wholesale. Everything must go sell. Hitting bitches with the old well. Need 100 million on the low scale. On my worst night.
Okay, y'all know how this goes. Oh shit. Anyways, I ain't got no money. What I'm about to do is tell you what the hell went down while y'all wasn't paying attention for since Sunday, okay? If you don't like what I say, go to the news outlets. Otherwise, shut the hell up. That's my opinion. Anyways, hello, how you doing? Let's begin.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? As always, it's me, Kisu. Um, we're about to start. I'm telling you, the news ain't friendly, so y'all be ready, okay? Anyways, give me a second here and let me fix my volume because I don't want to blast anybody's ear out. Let me move my thing so I can see comments and shit, my damn microphone fell. All right, so here we go. Unfortunately, we're gonna open up with some sad news because I've been seeing it all over the place, and I figured might as well just get them all in one swell swoop. So here go what we about to see. God damn it. Anyways, check it out. So, in memorandum, Peebo Bryson and other Black stars we lost in 2026, and it's a quite a few, sadly. So, Chair Gang, tonight we take a moment to honor some giants. One thing Black folks do better than anybody, almost anybody, is leave fingerprints on culture, and unfortunately, 2026 has taken some heavy hitters from us. Music fans lost legendary balladeer Peebo Bryson, and I'm shocked at how they spelled that, but I never paid attention. Whose voice helped to define generations of love songs and Disney classics. The Commodores lost founding bassist Ronald LaPred. Jazz lost the incomparable Sonny Rollins, a man whose saxophone could practically tell stories by itself. Hip hop fans mourn Rob Bass, I know I am, whose records still get crowds moving decades later. We also said goodbye to soul legend Clarence Carter. That is a dirty old man. He was a dirty man. My mom talking about my music was dirty. Reggae icon Sly Dunbar, Parliament Funkadelic bassist Billy Bass Nelson, and hip hop pioneer Africa Bambaataa. Beyond music, civil rights history lost Clarence B. Johnson, one of the key architects behind not Malcolm, but Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. Science lost Dr. Gladys West, whose mathematical work helped make modern GPS possible. Meanwhile, Claudette Colvin, who challenged segregation before Rosa Parks became a household name, also passed away. Sports entertainment and business suffered losses as well, including Charlie Neal, Kiki Shepard, Damon Wilson, Oliver Power Grant of Wu-Tang Clan fame. Oh, damn. Chef L. Simone Scott. And one lesson remains: Black excellence doesn't disappear when a person passes, though. Their work keeps teaching, inspiring, and feeding generations long after they are gone. Rest in power to all of them. So I had to get that all together before anything else. We're about to do something that I rarely do, but I do when I see something stupid. So we're gonna have first I'm gonna do my commercial, and then I got a TED Talk. I got an unhinged TED Talk that I need to talk about. So give me a second. I'm gonna do my commercial, and then when you come back, if you don't want to hear me fuss, you might want to leave because I'm about to do an unhinged TED Talk.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little titty, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's gone for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, give me a second. Okay, yeah. I got an issue with what I've recently seen on YouTube about Asia. I was gonna say China, but I just saw some shit about Japan too. And my main issue is I've been to both of these fucking countries, and I want to know exactly where did they get the balls to sit their ass up there and do the things they've been doing about black people. I don't know if it's Africans or black Americans. Either damn way, it done pissed my ass off. That's for damn sure. Give me a second. Give me, yeah. Anyways, I got too many things. I gotta shut all this off too. Shit. Give me a second. I promise you, if I shut it off, it'll probably still play. I can't even find that shit. Where is it? Yeah, I shut that shit off and it's still playing. That's the problem. Okay, anyways. Yeah, let me go ahead and add this one right here. And I want to go ahead and show that because I need to know what's the damn problem, Asia? Cause I sat up there and was watching YouTube, and China apparently has these little rubber dolls that look like they're black, right? But they're these little, those little dolls that they had way back in the day that were plastic and they was naked and they had a little hair. Well, they painted that bitch black and they made it rubber, and these bastards be attacking that shit. And then some of these motherfuckers from China be going to African countries and harassing the babies. What is your fucking issue? And then I saw the comments. Y'all motherfuckers think this shit is funny. How would you like if some Africans came over to your country and chased your damn kids? I done taught some of your fucking kids. So I want to know what the fuck the problem is. And then Japan talking about we're filthy. Excuse me. My mother's a fucking neat freak. Her ass will have you cleaning every damn Saturday, not once a month. We do once a week and then some. Hey, Joker, I'm telling you right now, we doing a what you call it? I'm doing an unhinged TED Talk because these motherfuckers have lost their mind. Then they got these damn toys. They're candies. They're candies and they're colored like little black people. These motherfuckers eating them bitches, and those toys, they putting them on their socks and shit, and they fucking with African kids. What is y'all fucking problems? Because I promise you, you gonna meet the right one and see what happens. Because I went over to both damn countries and I respected y'all motherfuckers and I didn't start nothing. All right? So I'll be the last motherfucker you want to run into when you want to talk about all this fucking shit. You want to talk about the black race and shit. Come over here, bitch. Damn it. You send your smart people over here. I know the damn thing, okay? I know the damn shit that's going on. Y'all send y'all smart people over here, but your dumb asses are still over there. Your nepo babies and and all them damn stereotypes. Oh, hell no. I went to Korea. I was late one motherfucking time. Them bitches were coming to school brushing their teeth as the bell rang. I had been already there, put my computer up, was getting ready for my motherfucking class, okay? And then let's talk about filthy. Y'all motherfuckers be shitting on the motherfucking train track. I done seen people do it. Everything I'm saying has to do with what I have seen with my own fucking eyes, okay? Some of them motherfuckers do eat dog. I've seen the dogs. I've seen the fucking places. I've talked to people who have found some of the butchers and got chased, okay? So before you want to sit up there and be the pot that calls the kettle black, you better make sure your ass is clean. Because damn it, how dare you bastards try and do that shit? And don't touch people's kids, you ignorant motherfuckers. What the fuck is wrong with y'all grown-ass women and children grabbing kids and teaching them fucking derogatory shit about themselves in another language? Bitch, I'll start teaching your kids bad. Try me. I'll come over there specifically to fuck y'all up. I really will. Damn it. And that has been an unhinged TED Talk. Bitch, get on my goddamn nerves fucking with us. Do it again. Do the shit again and see what the fuck happened. I wish I could get this shit to play again. Man, I'm just sitting up here. I seen the videos and shit, and I'm trying to figure out what's your issue? What the problem is, bitch? It ain't us doing the shit. It's if you mad you got kicked out of the country, it wasn't us. If you upset we coming over there, that's because you need help. And then you gonna come over to the African countries and be tricking their asses and shit to sell their damn land and stuff because you want to be sneaky and shit. It goes around. Karma, motherfuckers, because I know y'all believe in this shit. Keep it up. Keep the shit up. God dang it. Get on my goddamn nerves. Is it gonna work this time? I don't know. I'ma try. Damn it. That was a TED Talk. Now we're going to go ahead and move on into the news because it's stupid. Oh, Lord Jesus. I mean, I saw that shit and I was just like, excuse me? What the fuck? Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. Y'all some just, ugh. That says a lot about y'all. Y'all are some depraved creatures gonna laugh at a child being harassed by a grown person. I'm sorry, I'm irritated. Breaking down the Karmelo Anthony case as jury selection begins. Okay, so basically this is just the version of the fucking builder situation. You got an ignorant ass motherfucker that decided to sit up there and harass the fuck out of somebody, so they turned around and protected themselves. But since the man is black, the boy is black, and he's in Texas, they gonna try and run over this poor man. So a highly watched murder trial is now underway in Texas, oh baby, where 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony is accused of fatally, where's my sound effect? Because I don't know what to tell y'all, because I never know what you can and can't say in this shit. Yeah, that. He fatally did that. Fellow student Austin Metcalf during a high school track meet in Frisco. Jury selection began this week with opening statements expected shortly afterward. According to prosecutors, the confrontation started when Metcalf allegedly told Anthony to leave an area under a team tent. Witnesses say the argument escalated, physical contact occurred, and Anthony allegedly pulled well, it didn't work this time, but shit, he did the yeah with that thing in the chest. McCaff later died at a hospital. Anthony has been charged with first-degree unaliving and is being tried as an adult, which is unfair. If convicted, he could face life in prison. Y'all know y'all doing that because you're racist. You're doing it because you're racist, damn it. That poor little boy. The defense is expected to argue self-defense. Attorneys may point to Texas stand your ground laws and claim Anthony felt threatened after the confrontation became physical. Hell yeah, it did. You get physical with me, I'm gonna feel threatened, motherfucker. That's why I'm gonna back up first. And if your ass don't fucking stop, I'm gonna grab something. I feel threatened. The case has sparked intense debate both online and in the community. Unfortunately, that should be a tragic legal case. What should be a tragic legal case has also become a magnet for racial division. Demonstrators from both sides have gathered outside court proceedings. Social media has been flooded with arguments, and some extremists have attempted to exploit the situation for their own agendas. Demons. At the end of the day, one family buried a son. Another family is watching their son face a murder charge, and a jury will now decide what happened. The facts presented in court, not hashtags, rumors, or internet warriors, will determine the outcome. I really hope this boy has a good lawyer, and I really, really hope that they have a non-bias. Okay, a non-biased goddamn jury, because I feel like otherwise he's going to get railroaded. I really do, and I'm scared for him. That young man, I really don't feel like he was trying to go out and take a life. He was trying to, just protect himself, in my fucking opinion. But I don't know. I haven't seen the video. Let's move on, because the shit is wrong. Anyways, so Georgia Supreme Court resumes education's halted by you know what it is, because I don't know if I can say that shit either. So Georgia court has ruled that the state can move forward with executions that had been paused during the panorama. Yeah. The decision affects 9 deaths now, death row inmates, and reverses an agreement made in 2021 that halted executions until vaccines became widely available to the public. That is weird as fuck. But anyways, the court concluded that vaccines are now readily available and that the conditions outlined in the original agreement have been met. As a result, Georgia officials may also again pursue execution warrants for eligible inmates. Oh my lord. Really when you think about it, the South is kind of barbaric, real talk. Just kind of. I'm just saying. Or any fucking state that believes in the death penalty is kind of fucking barbaric. Because I mean, he took a life, yes, that is wrong, but how the fuck do you have the right to take his life? Did somebody give you the life? I just feel like, if you're gonna fuck around, just put him in jail for life if that's the case. All right. The case centered largely on legal wording. Defense attorneys argued that the agreement should remain in place while the state maintained that vaccine requirements had long since been satisfied. The justices ultimately sided with the state. One inmate at the center of the dispute is Virgil Purnell Jr., Georgia's longest serving death row prisoner. The ruling could also impact many other inmates currently awaiting execution. Georgia has not carried out an execution since 2024. Motherfucker, you act like it didn't happen in a long ass time. Motherfucker, what the hell? That was 2 years ago, you dumbasses. Anyways, whether someone supports the death penalty or opposes it, this decision is significant because it reopens a system that had effectively been paused for years. Expect renewed legal battles, appeals, and a debate as Georgia moves forward. So I guess it's good time to be a lawyer. Your guess is as best as mine, because I mean, this country is fucking ridiculous. But moving on, because apparently the crypto bros have started a new person. I'm against the death penalty too. I never seen the point. Exactly, because I think they want a version of lynching that is legal, if you really ask me, because I feel like more than usual they do it to marginalize people. Like even that lady that got killed, the serial killer in Florida, she was already considered queer, so they really didn't consider her a part of them, and then they offed her. What you want me to do? I'm so sick of these people. It's ridiculous. Trying to get this damn thing to be bigger so I can get to the next story, because I'm just trying to get this shit done. I hate when I have to do this. Okay, let me hit Control Plus. All right, that's better. All right, so here we go. Where's my damn transitions? Let's see here now. That's all I got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see a whole bunch of them getting off for worse shit. They be doing worse shit than us. Fuck. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Where the hell is the transition? Oh, there you go. Here we go. Are you serious? Okay.
Well, what's going on over there?
So Bakari Sellers, why Congress must stop Drumpf from cashing in on crypto. The bastard is making a lot of money off of this country and still taking as much as he can at the same damn time. I don't know what to tell you. So political commentator Bakari Sellers is sounding the alarm over the Clarity Act, a major cryptocurrency bill currently moving through Congress. His argument is simple. If lawmakers pass the bill without strict ethic rules, public officials could financially benefit from industries they are regulating. The bill is designed to establish clearer rules for cryptocurrency markets. On paper, that sounds boring enough to cure insomnia, but Sellers argues that real fight isn't about crypto itself. It's about whether elected officials should be allowed to profit from crypto ventures while helping write the rules governing those same rules. Hell no. Damn sneaky ass bastards. Look, the motherfucker tried to sue himself and then take our money. How does that work? Sellers points to concerns involving that jackass Drumpf and his disgusting family growing involvement in cryptocurrency. He argues that ethics safeguards should prohibit presidents, if you want to call them that, vice presidents, if you want to call that, and their families, if you want to call them what they are, from issuing, promoting, or profiting from crypto products while serving in office. Hell no, you shouldn't. An ethics amendment was proposed during the legislative process. According to Sellers, every Democrat supported it and every fucking Republican opposed it. Of course, that tells you how greedy these bastards are. I'm under the impression senators get a nice paycheck. Prove me wrong. Shit, I don't know. Now, the question is whether enough lawmakers will insist on adding stronger restrictions before the bill reaches a final vote. Supporters say the legislation provides needed regulatory clarity. Critics argue clarity without accountability creates opportunities for conflicts of interest. That's what I'm saying. Either way, the debate is becoming less about cryptocurrency and more about ethics, transparency, and who benefits from the rules being written, which is basically what this whole fucking crook ass administration is. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that shit. I have never seen creatures like this in my life. But let's flip the script because the next news isn't so goddamn bad. Moving on. So let me make that thing a proper big because I don't know what the fuck is up with that. It gets on my nerves. Give me a second here. I can't see. I'm in the dark, but I refuse to turn on the light because I like it when it's dark. And I very much save on electric. You'd be amazed how low my electric bill is. So Baltimore sees continued decline in violent crime as homicides fall 23%. Now, how much you want to bet one of them assholes in the White House and shit are gonna try to claim that shit? Because you know they are, but that's not why. But let's talk about it. So let's talk about some good news because Lord knows the algorithm acts like positivity owes it money. Baltimore officials report that homicides are down 23% during the first 5 months of 2026. The city has recorded 40 homicides so far. That's too much to me. This was compared to 52 during the same period last year. Non-fatal pew have also remained lower than previous years. The improvement doesn't stop there. Carjacking has dropped 45%, burglaries are down 16%, robberies have fallen 14%, and auto theft has decreased by 7%. For a city that has spent years being used as a political punching bag, those numbers deserve attention. Mayor Brandon Scott credits a combination of law enforcement efforts, violence prevention programs, prosecutors, community organizations, and residents working together. City leaders say the strategy has focused not only on policing, but also on addressing some of the conditions that contribute to the violence in the first place. And that's what the hell you need to do instead of sitting up there putting a bunch of unqualified jackasses with, force multipliers in there who are just ready to go and hunt people down like they're fucking idiots. You know who the hell I'm talking about. They wear blue suits on the most. Anyways, Scott was quick to point out that progress doesn't mean victory. 40 homicides are still 40 families dealing with unimaginable loss. That's what I'm saying. But compared to where Baltimore was just a few years ago, the trend is moving in the right direction. Sometimes good news doesn't get the same attention as chaos. So tonight, Baltimore earned a little spotlight. I'm so damn glad because I was living near Baltimore. And what can I tell you? But now it's time to look at freaking DL Hughley. He's about to spit some stuff. I'm contentious on him. Sometimes he's funny. Sometimes he spits truth. Sometimes he's an asshole. And sometimes he's not funny at all. Like the night I went to go see him was not funny. It was my fucking birthday present. I'll never do that shit again. He wasn't funny. I heard all those damn jokes before. And then, but anyways, let's keep moving because like I said, the next story is it talks about that, but we're having an update, so let's talk about the update. So GED section when jokes become a weapon against black progress. I don't know where he sits on the damn Kevin Hart roast. But Kevin Hart is not funny. He hasn't been funny in a long fucking time, okay? If anything, it sounds like he's just complaining to me when he does his fucking I've avoided him honestly since I think the 2010s. I don't know. But anyways, DL Hughley is raising questions about where comedy ends and cruelty begins. His comments come after the recent jokes about George Floyd resurfaced during a celebrity roast, sparking debate about whether some subjects should ever become punchlines. I honestly have an issue also with the damn joke about Cheryl Underwood's husband because he self-deleted. I have personal whatever. According to Hewley, America has a long history of using humor as a camouflage for prejudice. He argues that some of the same tactics that once showed up in blackface performances and racist caricatures are now repackaged as just jokes whenever black pain becomes entertainment. Hewley pointed to the reaction surrounding George Floyd's unaliving. He noted that Floyd's murder, I don't know where I can and cannot say, forced millions of Americans to confront realities that could no longer ignore. In his view, turning that tragedy into comedy isn't about pushing boundaries, it's about helping people emotionally distance themselves from what happened. He also connected recent Floyd jokes to a larger pattern, arguing that whenever Black Americans make progress, Black backlash flows. I'm going to stop right there because he was at one point, because I talked about it about 2 weeks ago. He was on fucking Kevin Hart's side at one point. He was like, it's comedy. So figure out what the hell you're doing, dude, because I'm starting to think you're kind of bipolar. Shit. Because I know what I read. Anyways, moving on. So he also connected that to, backlash flows. Sometimes it comes through politics, sometimes through policy, sometimes through culture, and sometimes it arrives wrapped in laughter. Whether people agree with Hughley or not, his argument raises an uncomfortable question. If a joke only works because someone else is suffering, is the punchline what exactly are people laughing at? Why are you laughing if it's somebody's pain? So I don't know, but I honestly didn't think that shit was funny. I don't think making jokes about people's death anytime is funny, okay? Death is not funny. Now, if somebody runs into a fucking wall, I'm laughing my ass off because it happened to me too, okay? Don't feel bad. I got laughed at too by my own damn mama. So, yeah. Now, that's it for the regular news. We about to get into some shit that's probably gonna piss you off. It's basically the segment where people have literally the balls to terrorize us, and I need to call it out. So here we go. Someone explain this shit. White nurse caught on camera calling biracial son the N-word, okay? Once again, because TikTok is sitting up there saying I'm doing misinformation. Look over here. This is a new segment. How the hell you gonna tell me I'm doing misinformation? Go talk to the damn news outlet. So a viral video out of Ohio, not shocked, has sparked outrage after a biracial man posted footage of his white mother repeatedly calling him the N-word during an argument. That is so fucked up. Is it because he's grown or did you do it his whole life? The woman was identified as Julie Marie Wendell, a nurse director at the University of Toledo Medical Center. The video, which quickly spread across social media, shows Wendell's mother shouting racial slurs while telling him to leave her home. In response, he posted the footage publicly and stated that this behavior was nothing new. According to Brian Wendell, he has dealt with this type of treatment for most of his life. What made the situation even more disturbing was Brian's claim that his mother allegedly used her black son and black grandsons as evidence that she couldn't possibly be racist. I hate when they pull that shit. You can still open your legs no matter who the fuck it is that's injecting. I'm just saying. Brian rejected that argument, saying family connections do not erase harmful actions or attitudes. Exactly. I mean, shit, I even have suffered from some fucked up harmful actions and attitudes, but they weren't racial. Since releasing the video, Brian says he has been looking for housing and launched a fundraiser to help move himself and his children out of the home. Oh my God, you were staying with her? Oh, Lord. Many online supporters praised him for speaking publicly about an issue families often keep hidden behind closed doors. But let's be clear, having black relatives is not a lifetime membership card that exempts someone from accountability. The internet can argue all day, but that video spoke for itself. Where the hell is the black side? Because he need help. He really need help, for real. Moving on because this bitch is back. I talked to y'all about the South Carolina graduation. Well, the bitch they tried to keep away is back. She will not go away like many of Drumpf's situations. He is literally like a proverbial graper. People don't want him. He does not know what no means, and so now even his sycophants are like that too. Who the hell is talking? Shut up, Mavis. Anyways, why South Carolina's Drumpf in high heels? I don't ever want to picture that shit. Governor candidate has voting rights advocates concerned because the bitch is probably a nacho. South Carolina Lieutenant Governor Pamela Yvette has officially entered the race for governor, and she's doing it with a nickname that practically writes late night comedy materials on its own. Yvette proudly describes herself as Drumpf in high heels and has already secured President that fucker. I'm not calling him mine. His endorsement. I'm not calling that dude that. You almost tripped me up, motherfucker. I don't write my scripts, but damn it, I'm not gonna say some shit I don't stick with. Anyways, you almost tripped me up. Her campaign is centered heavily around election integrity proposals. Those plans include stricter voting ID requirements. Here we go again. Fucking Crow. Fucking Jim Crow with a let's see here now proof of citizenship verification, expanded voter roll reviews, and a new election integrity unit dedicated to investigating voter fraud allegations. In other words, they're going to harass folks. Supporters argue that these policies protect election security and strengthen public confidence. Critics see something very different. Voting rights advocates warn that the proposal could create additional obstacles for eligible voters, particularly in communities that have historically faced barriers to voting access. The debate comes at a time when voting rights, redistricting, and election procedures remain major political flashpoints across the country. South Carolina has already been the center of battles involving congressional maps and representation. For now, Yvette enters the race with Drumpf's support, but endorsements don't cast ballots. South Carolina voters will ultimately decide whether they want Drumpf in high heels walking into the governor's mansion. Oh, that bitch sounds stanky. She sounds like she funky. Ugh. Moving on to this piece of this excuse for a man. Jackass is blocking black and female official officers from promotion report. You don't say. So the Jackass defense secretary is facing criticism after reports emerged that several military promotions approved by senior leadership were blocked before becoming officials. Critics say the pattern raises serious concerns about who gets a seat at the leadership table. This jackass doesn't even deserve a seat at the leadership table. He doesn't even know what the fuck is going on half the damn time, and he expects people to be like, yeah, no, you're an idiot. According to reports, at least 7 Navy officers were removed from promotion consideration despite already being selected through normal review process. Among these reportedly affected were women and black officers. The final list of Navy officers promoted to 1-star admirals reportedly included no women and 2 non-white officers. Bet they weren't black. The controversy follows similar criticism earlier this year involving an Army promotion. Senator Jack Reed accused the jackass of weakening the military leadership pipeline and creating uncertainty among highly qualified officers who may now question whether advancement is based solely on performance. It's not. It really isn't right now. It's definitely not. So the jackass has reportedly criticized diversity initiatives. He is a DEI hire. This jackass is a DEI hire. What the fuck are you talking about? He's a DEI hire. He is basically the white Clarence Thomas. That's what he is. Recently declared that diversity is not our strength. Unity is our strength. Unity and diversity should be a strength. Meanwhile, the Pentagon officials deny any discrimination occurred and insist promotions are based on merit. That's a lie. The debate now centers on simple questions. If merit is truly only standard, why do promotion results appear so different from the military workforce? they're supposed to represent. And let me talk about this racist shit. Let me talk about AI. So I noticed AppLiner.com will not fucking summarize some of the black stories I report. I have to go to ChatGPT. I called that bitch a damn racist, and that bastard denied it. Then I pointed it out, and that bastard still tried to give me facts. Bastard, I'm gonna go find a new one. And then moving on to another one. What else was it I was going to talk about? Because that jackass right there is racist as fuck, and I'm sick of this shit. Let's see here now. That one is racist. What else is racist? There's another thing that's fucking racist as hell, and I'm trying to figure out. I was going to talk about it. I'll tell you when I remember, because I certainly am sick of this bullshit. Because y'all bastards don't seem to know. A lot of y'all are mediocre. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, TikTok. TikTok has been banning, is still trying to ban some of my damn shit. Like I talked about the reparations being obvious that we could find reparations for black folks, but you don't want to. They said that was misinformation. How the fuck? Okay, yeah, okay. Then they said that black people succeeding, misinformation. You a jackass, you know that? Anyways, let's talk about this next story, because y'all get on my fucking nerves. So, Minnesota GOP holds moment of silence for George Floyd's unaliver, but the asshole ain't dead. 6 years after George Floyd's unaliving shook the world, a controversial moment at Minnesota Republican convention has reignited old wounds. During the gathering, delegates approved a brief moment of silence for former police officer Derek Chauvin, who is currently serving more than 22 years in prison for Floyd's unalivement. They need their asses whooped. I mean, they need a group of people to go in there and literally kick their where are my sound effects? Because I mean, some of y'all motherfuckers are disgusting at this point. You don't give a shit. God dang it, you don't give a shit. No humanity. So that don't want to work? Okay, fine.
One grateful heat.
Now that works. Okay.
That shit is gross.
That works. Okay. Anyways, let's see here now. The motion came from a delegate who said he wanted to recognize Chauvin because he believed Chauvin no longer had anyone standing up for him. Why should he? He stood on that man's neck with his knee. Convention leaders later emphasized that the tribute was not part of the party's official agenda and described it as a spontaneous action from the convention floor. The reaction was immediate. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison called the tribute deeply troubling and said it dishonored George Floyd's memory. Now, once again, George Floyd is not a hero. He is a martyr. He's not a hero. I just want y'all to know that. He is a martyr for police violence, okay? That dude is not someone that anybody really should consider on a pedestal. But at the same time, this shouldn't be happening either. Fuck. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Antonio Romanucci also condemned the gesture, describing it as disrespectful to Floyd's family, I agree, and the legal process that convicted Chauvin. Supporters defended the moment as a peaceful expression of opinion. No, that's a peaceful expression of racism. That's what that is. Critics viewed it as honoring a man convicted by a jury after one of the most widely viewed police unalivings in American history. The controversy arrives as Minnesota voters prepare for another major election cycle. One thing is certain, conversations about George Floyd, policing, and race in America are not disappearing anytime soon. Of course not. These people are assholes. Now let's talk about this other asshole, which I have been hearing a lot about, and I don't really give a shit about him. I say we boycott him. I say anybody in that area should boycott this asshole. So, God dang it. Nobody told me I had the wrong damn story up here. Thank you very much. Cyrus Carmack Belton, unaliver, was found not guilty, and we shouldn't be surprised. So a South Carolina jury has found 61-year-old Chike Rick Chow I really don't care if I said it right. Guilty and not guilty in the unaliving of a 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton, a case that has sparked outrage throughout Colombia and far beyond. The pew pew happened after Chow and his son believed Cyrus had stolen a bottle of water from their Shell gas station. That ain't worth a person's life, for real. Prosecutors argue that no theft actually occurred. Despite that, Chow and his son chased the teenager more than 130 yards from the store before Cyrus was pew-pewed in the back. Authorities acknowledged that Cyrus had a firearm in his possession. Look, I've worked security in stores, and they have literally told you once they get out that door, you are not allowed to pursue. So why the fuck is he not guilty? However, investigators stated that there was no evidence that he threatened anyone. Cyrus didn't with it. Prosecutors emphasized that the witnesses did not see Cyrus point a weapon, and they argued that the pew pew was fueled by anger rather than self-defense. The defense told a different story, claiming Chow believed his son was in danger and acted to protect him. You should have stopped chasing 130 yards. You should have stopped chasing. Your son would have never been in trouble, even if he was not threatened. Jurors ultimately sided with that argument and returned a not guilty verdict. I want to see the damn jury. I really do. For many Black residents, the case immediately brought back memories of 15-year-old Latasha Harlins, who was unalived by a store owner after being falsely accused of the theft of more than three decades ago. Now, another grieving family is left searching for answers, while the community wrestles with a verdict that they never expected to hear. I say that you god dang it, y'all need to boycott. If y'all are in that area, you need to go ahead and boycott that goddamn station. That's all I'm gonna say. Boycott that bitch, because apparently children are not safe or wanted in there. Bitch. And why does a 14-year-old have a force multiplier? I'll never know. But still, that water. Oh, I don't know what to say about that shit. Y'all motherfuckers get on my fucking nerves. Shit. Nothing wants to work nowadays. Nothing. That one didn't want to work. I swear all my sound effects do not want to work. Watch this. Okay, that works. All I gotta say is that's disgusting. Why would you do that? But we're gonna keep moving because I'm not finished. Oh Lord. So the Supreme Court's late ruling is a playbook on how to erase Black votes before 2026. This Supreme Court is disgusting. I don't think they should really have a lifetime appointment. These motherfuckers should go when the president goes, because this is ridiculous. So the U.S. Supreme Court's conservative majority has allowed Alabama to move forward with a congressional map that critics say weakened Black political representation in the state. The decision could have consequences far beyond Alabama's borders. Black residents make up roughly 27% of Alabama's population, yet the disputed map creates only one majority Black congressional district. Civil rights groups argued that Black voters were being spread across districts in a way that diluted their political influence. A lower federal court previously agreed and found evidence of discriminatory intent. Y'all assholes just really don't like us, do you? I really want to know, what would y'all do if we just all left? Could y'all still keep moving? Could y'all still keep processing? I just want to know that shit. Because what anything, we don't from y'all. I don't get it. Anyways, the Supreme Court's ruling allows, I already said that, Justice Sotomayor strongly disagreed with the majority, warning that a map previously found to be discriminatory could now face federal elections. Civil rights advocates say that the decision may encourage other states to pursue similar strategies. The fight over voting rights didn't end with this ruling. It simply moved into another chapter, and millions of voters will be watching what happens next. I promise y'all need to stop this shit. And this last one right here, because this is, I believe, is the last one, because there was a lot of terrorism going on this damn week. I promise you that much. This asshole want to talk about how Black women raise their kids and shit. You don't know shit about us. You need to shut your stupid ass up, and I hope you lose. I fucking hope you lose. So why Vivek Ramaswamy, this Trash Panda. Latest soundbite about black babies doesn't add up. Can we just punch him in the face? He has a jackass face, okay? Ohio gubernatorial candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, I don't give a shit if I'm saying it right, is facing backlash after comments resurfaced comparing abortion rates among black women to violence in Chicago. The remarks originated during a podcast interview, but have recently gone viral again as his campaign heats up. I hope you lose. So the jackass, let me see here, and the asshole argued that black babies are safer on the streets of Chicago than in the womb, citing abortion statistics and using the comparison to support his anti-abortion position. Critics immediately pushed back, accusing him of oversimplifying complex social issues and reducing black communities to political talking points. Bitch, maybe they had a reason to abort. Are you going to pay for raising that child that they probably could not pay for and make their lives fucking worse and the baby's life worse? Shit. See, I'm pro-life, but at the same time, I feel like women have the ability and the fucking right to say what they want to do to their own bodies. You didn't give them their body. Leave their fucking bodies alone. Stop touching every damn thing. Shit, I need to make a shirt. Stop touching every damn thing. Fuck. Anyways, researchers generally agree that black women experience higher abortion rates than other groups. However, experts point to factors such as healthcare access, poverty, economic barriers, and systemic inequalities rather than rates itself. Critics say those realities were missing from that asshole's comments. All others also challenged his use of Chicago as an example. While the city continues to face force multiplier violence challenges, crime statistics show violent crime has declined significantly and is lower in several other cities. Supporters called this asshole a politician willing to say uncomfortable things. No, he's not. Opponents see a candidate using controversy as a campaign strategy. He's a bootlicker. Either way, the comments have guaranteed one thing. People are talking, and this asshole needs his fucking, woohoo, I can't say it's shit. He needs to go sit down. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go sit down and not talk any fucking more because he's an asshole that doesn't know shit. I can't stand these assholes that think they know everything. And that's it for the ones terrorizing us. Surprisingly, we have a very short playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes. But give me a second. I need to have a sip because we're about to get into the stupid shit. You'll be surprised on some of this. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord. Here we go. I don't want the second, I want this. I've been moving like a hot. So, they gave the wrong kid a microphone. How a white middle schooler's truth be told graduation speech went viral. So one student decided graduation day was the perfect time to leave it all on the field and apparently on the microphone too. Daniel Mattingly, a student council member at Stewart Academy, delivered a graduation speech that quickly went viral after he accused his school of being built on racism, sexism, and homophobia. Oh my goodness. He opened by joking that administrators should have known better than to hand an angry gay student a microphone, and from there things escalated quickly. Audience members reportedly gasped and laughed and applauded as Mattingly continued. According to him, school officials had repeatedly pushed him to revise earlier versions of his speech because they felt it was too negative. Rather than backing down, he used the graduation stage to air his frustrations in front of students, parents, and faculty. We all need to do that when we get a chance. The internet immediately split into camps. Some praised his courage and willingness to speak his truth. Others argued graduation ceremonies aren't the place for political or social grievances. Seriously? After that last fuck up with the damn AI? Really? Regardless of where people land, one thing is certain. Most graduation speeches get forgotten before people reach the parking lot. This one made national headlines. You really don't want me to say shit. Even then, I was an angry damn kid. But thank goodness we might not have to be so scared on these streets because the diddler has possibly gotten in trouble again. Yay, we're safe. So Diddler faces new SA allegations under review by Los Angeles prosecutors. Whoo, Lord, all I can say is, whoo, I hope this works. That's all I can say. Because y'all motherfuckers don't seem to realize how dangerous this fucker is, in my opinion. Just when it seemed that the diddler couldn't collect any more legal problems, another serious allegation has landed on a prosecutor's desk. Los Angeles prosecutors are reviewing SA allegations brought by publicist Jonathan Hay. Oh, Lord Jesus, that's a man. According to Hay, 2 incidents involving Combs occurred during separate encounters in 2020 and 2021. This is not the first one. In Los Angeles, the allegations were initially reported in Florida before being forwarded to California authorities. The Los Angeles County District Attorney Office confirmed that evidence is currently under review. At this stage, no charging decision has been announced. Hayes says the review represents an important step toward accountability and believes authorities are taking his claims seriously. Ooh, Lord Jesus, I was about to say. The allegations arrive while the diddler continues battling multiple legal issues. Hell yeah, he was supposed to get out this month, wasn't he? Or last month. He is already serving a federal prison sentence tied to transportation-related prostitution charges and has appealed that conviction. For now, prosecutors are examining the evidence and deciding whether additional charges are warranted. Until then, this remains another developing chapter in the growing list of legal troubles surrounding one of hip-hop's most controversial and terrifying figures, if you ask me. Good Lord, this man right here, he just, what's going on with you, man? Because you was, I don't know what to say. He is very omni. That's all I can say. He is omni. So moving on, because we still in the fuck around and find out. I told you it's short, but we got some. I thought I was not going to have none. So, judge rules protesters can't be forced to take down 8647 flag. That's what I'm talking about. So, a federal judge has ruled that a protest group's 8647 flag is protected by the First Amendment, rejecting an effort by the National Park Service to revoke the group's permit in Washington, D.C. The controversy centered around the phrase 8647. Some supporters, would you prefer 8645? Would that make you happier? 8645, would that make you happier? Some supporters of the asshole, the orangutan, argue that it was a threat against the 47th, whatever the fuck you want to call that, in the White House. The advocacy group behind the flag insisted that it was political speech calling for Drumpf's removal from office, not violence. I'm honestly happy with both. U.S. District Judge Randolph Moss agreed in his ruling. He stated that there was no evidence showing that a reasonable person would interpret the flag as a genuine threat. It is a piece of paper. Ain't nobody coming towards that fat ass motherfucker. He also noted that the term 86 is commonly understood to mean get rid of or throw out, pretty much, not unalive. The decision is being reviewed as a significant free speech victory. It also raises questions about how government agencies determine the difference between political criticism and threats. How about the jackasses who apparently need to practice and have missed a lot of times? I'm not going to say what they missed, but you know what the hell I'm talking about. How about we talk about that? That's political. I'll say that much. I'm not mad at it, but I'm mad at the aim. I'm not going to talk about it. The ruling could have implications beyond this protest. Former FBI Director James Comey, how did I get George, has faced scrutiny over a social media post that also referenced 8647. That's what you see. It could have been something else. While the cases are different, legal observers are already watching to see whether, isn't this dude considered a regular citizen now? Whether this decision influences future arguments about political speech. One thing is clear. In America, political speech often makes people uncomfortable. Courts are frequently left deciding whether protected expressions end and actual threats begin. Look, I just want to get good with God, so I can't do shit. I'm not going to do shit, but I do have my voice, so that's all I'm going to sit on, okay? Oh, that guy gets on my fucking nerves. But we're not done. It is now time. Actually, let me go ahead and shout out this. It's time for me to do a promo. If you're in the area or you have the money and you have nothing to do and you want to help a cause, why don't you check out 7 Days in DC, which will be this month, June 28th to July 4th, 2026. For more information and a website, go to Political Drain on YouTube. If you want to get involved, once again, you got the time, the money, and you want to be a part of something, check out 7 Days in DC, which are in the DC area, June 28th to July 4th, 2026. Again, for more information, check out Political Drain. Now I'm gonna do my little commercial, then we're gonna go into some historical stuff. Okay, so give me a second here. Where the hell's my commercial? Okay, I lost it. Where the fuck? Oh, there it is.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's gone for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
Hold on, we're not done. Here we go. Damn it.
Yo, it's too many, hey, it's too many, yo, it's too many, yo, it's too many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth, you know that. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't got a lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. It's young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking this dude. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that cool. We on the road, smoking dope, look at the view. We used to chill on the stoop, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit.
All right, so all aboard. Famed Soul Train dancers discuss their time on the popular series. I'm so serious. I used to know there were no more cartoons when this came on, and I promise you, I only waited for that damn train and then I left because I was too young. But yeah, when this used to come on, I used to go outside because I knew there was no more Saturday cartoons. So, before TikTok challenges, Instagram reels, and people trying to become famous by dancing next to a refrigerator, there was Soul Train. And while the musical legends brought viewers to the show, the dancers helped turn it into a cultural phenomenon because I didn't know what half them dances were. A recent look back at the show's history highlights the dancers who became stars in their own right. Crystal McCary recalled dancing on stage with Marvin Gaye. Ooh, that's nice. Patricia Butterfly Davis described transforming from a shy young woman into a confident performer once the camera started rolling. Good Lord. Future comedian Affion Crockett even used his dancing and humor. Affion Crockett even used his dancing and humor to stand out on the iconic program. I know who he is. The article also spotlighted Cheryl Song, the first non-black dancer on the show. While she initially faced skepticism, she eventually earned acceptance through talent and dedication. See, we don't exclude y'all motherfuckers. We don't. Meanwhile, countless other dancers became known for signature moves, unforgettable fashion, and enough swagger to power a small city. What made Soul Train special wasn't just the music. It was a weekly showcase of black creativity, style, confidence, and joy. The dancers weren't background decorations. They were trendsetters who helped influence fashion, music, videos, and dance culture for generations. Look, I lived around Dudley Station. Okay? That's culture enough. Without them, Soul Train wouldn't have been the hippest trip in America. So what the hell are y'all doing with it now? Shit, don't let it go. God dang it, moving on, because we still in that tip. We're still in education. So apparently this month is Black Music Month and Pride Month. I don't get why all these months. Can we move Black History Month to a longer month then? Shit. I mean, if our music can have 31 days, how come we can't? Are there 31 days in June? No, I think there's only 30. Let me check. I don't want to be wrong now. And I'm moving pretty fast because I had to sit up there and fight with that damn AI. 30 days. It's only 30 days in June. All right, I had to check that. So 15 amazing alphabet mafia people whose groundbreaking lives helped shape Black history. Don't get mad at me. That's too many letters to be saying, okay? And apparently I'm a part of them because I'm asexual. So, Alphabet Mafia, it is. I don't mean no harm. I'm just not sitting up there doing a tongue twister. So, Black history is filled with pioneers whose stories don't always make it into textbooks. A recent article highlights 15 Black LGBTQ figures whose contributions helped shape civil rights literature, music, activism, and culture. Among them is Bayard Rustin, the brilliant strategist who helped organize the 1963 March on Washington. I hope I said that right. Despite his enormous contributions, he was often pushed into the background because he was openly gay. That's the dude. I was thinking about him when they were talking about the other dude last week. Okay. The list also includes Marsha P. Johnson, whose activism helped launch major Alphabet Mafia rights efforts while supporting vulnerable youth. Literary giants such as James Baldwin, Audre Lorde also made the list. Their writings challenged America to confront issues of race, identity, injustice, and humanity. Their work continues to inspire readers and activists decades later. I got two gay aunts that lived with my grandma, and she still was in denial. I saw them, I saw their friends, I accepted it. I just knew that a lot of gay dudes like to start shit with me because they always got me in trouble. That's when I was little. Now I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're causing drama, stay the hell away from me. Anyways, the article also celebrates cultural innovators like disco legend Sylvester and ballroom pioneer Willie Ninja, whose influence can still be seen throughout music, fashion, dance, and pop culture today. All right, now, is this over? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Whether through activism, art, literature, or community leadership, these individuals shape American history. Their stories remind us that Black history has never been one story told one way. It's a collection of voices that help move the culture forward. All right? God dang it. Moving on, because we still got some more history to talk about. I'm talking about people that are continuing to lead, to who helped with civil rights, is what I'm saying. We're still moving. So he was able to relate to everyone. Lonnie Ali opens up about the Muhammad Ali Day of Compassion and how her husband's message lives on. So this week marks 10 years since the passing of boxing legend Muhammad Ali, and according to his widow, Lonnie Ali, his message may be more important today than ever before. And for all those old heads, Cassius Clay. We're talking about Cassius Clay. During anniversary events honoring the boxing icon, Lonnie Ali announced a new initiative called the Day of Compassion. We need it. The project encourages people to volunteer, help their communities, and perform acts of service. The inspiration comes from one of Muhammad Ali's most famous beliefs. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. That's what I'm talking about. Lonnie Ali says the country has become increasingly divided, and that compassion remains one of the best tools for bringing people together. She argues that Muhammad Ali's greatest legacy wasn't his championship or his victories inside the ring. It was his willingness to stand up for others and use his platform for causes bigger than himself. And let's be honest, Ali wasn't just a boxer. He was a civil rights figure, a humanitarian, and an activist, and one of the most recognizable Black Americans in modern history. Few athletes have ever transcended sports the way he did. Hell, he's in an anime. How the hell? 10 years after his passing, his voice still echoes far beyond the boxing ring. Rest in power, King. Rest in power. Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, it's sad that we lost so many people we need because some of these fools. Now, moving on, because we still in the history. We still in it. I told y'all, if this jackass is going to get rid of our history, I'm going to put it in the ether. You can't get... Why are you sitting on my... God dang it. Fat... Ooh, you big back cat. Why are you on my computer? I seen you. You've been on my computer bag. Now watch my computer bag have a fur coat. You. Anyways, you see this kid? I never knew you could get a widow's peak with an afro, but he did. And I can tell his hair is not naturally that way because this is what my hair looks like when I have to get an afro, a real afro. That's not a real afro. They done teased that boy's hair. His hair is probably curly. But anyways, who is he? He who was Foster Silvers, the ultimate 70s teen heartthrob who rivaled Michael Jackson. I was born in the 80s. I don't know who the hell this is. But let's talk about it. So, music fans are mourning the loss of Foster Silvers, who passed away at age 64 following a battle with pancreatic cancer. For many people who grew up in the 1970s, Foster wasn't just a singer. He was one of the first child stars to prove that raw talent could come in very small packages. I got to call my mama about this. Born in Memphis, or Memphis, as my mother says, Foster became a sensation at just 11 years old with that hit song Misdemeanor. I gotta go listen to that now. He quickly followed it with more success and captured audiences everywhere with appearances on Soul Train, American Bandstand. I didn't watch none of those when I was little, and other popular television programs. Eventually, he joined his family's group full time, helping the Silvers become one of the biggest acts of the decade. Never heard of them. Their hits include, okay, Boogie Fever. I know that one. Hotline and Fool's Paradise. Songs that continue to appear in movies, television, and decades later. I hate to say it, I've never heard of him. Me neither. But apparently, at some point, this man rivaled Michael Jackson for Tiny Afro Boy. That's all I can tell you because I did not find either of them handsome as a child, and I was boy crazy. After his years in the spotlight, Foster successfully transitioned behind the scenes, writing and producing music for other artists. His influence stretched into hip hop as producers sampled his work and introduced it to entirely new generations. Foster Silvers leaves behind a legacy of music, creativity, and family success that helped define an era of black entertainment. I was going to do a piece on his family, but we're already talking about him, and I just can't get over the fact that he has a widow's peak with afro. I do not like widow's peaks because I almost had one. I shaved that shit off when I was real young, and it never grew back. It knew I wasn't playing. That's all I can say. Moving on, because we still have one more story that hopefully will give some of us some kind of chutzpah, I guess. I don't know. They're dismantling democracy. We don't have time to be weary. So I know I'm tired, you tired, but damn it, we can't give up because these assholes here. I wish I knew where I could go because I'm out here in the boonies. So, a powerful opinion piece is making the rounds with a message that can be summed up in one sentence. Democracy is not a spectator sport. The author argues that too many people are watching major changes happen to voting rights, governor institutions, public education, and civil rights protections while assuming someone else will step in and fix everything. Nah. Matter of fact, I keep thinking about it. I need to go check if I'm registered in this damn city. According to the piece, political exhaustion has become one of the biggest threats facing civic engagement. People are tired, they're frustrated, they're overwhelmed. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of Project 2025 was to bombard our asses. We can't let go. But the author argues that this is when participation matters most. History shows that when citizens disengage, powerful interests often face less resistance. The article warns against complacency and points to examples around the world where democratic systems weakened because people assumed institutions would protect themselves. The message isn't panic, it's participation. Vote, organize, pay attention, get involved locally, hold leaders accountable. Whether readers agree with every political argument presented, the larger point remains. Relevant rights tend to survive when people defend them and often disappear when people assume they're permanent. Don't think they are, because damn it, apparently these motherfuckers are always going to attack us. The takeaway, democracy isn't Netflix. You can't just sit back and watch the next episode. That's why I keep telling y'all, if your motherfuckers are close to me and you don't believe in voting, you better not tell me you didn't vote, because I'm sorry, we have to part. I can't be with you because you are basically threatening my future. Okay? Okay. And that is it for history. We're gonna go ahead and move into some educational news. Be ready, because this shit is scary as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. This next story, whoo, I think we should have a right, but I don't know. So you tell me what you think. Give me a second. I just need to get that thing. Oh, here you go. So, ooh, give me a second. I thought I hit the one. All right, there we go. Maryland's new AI education law takes effect, setting guidelines for K through 12 schools. I think parents should have the ability to say they don't want a fucking computer teaching their kids. I'm just saying. So, Maryland just became one of the first states in the nation to create a statewide framework for artificial intelligence in public schools. I don't think it belongs there. And no, this does not mean a robot is about to replace your third grade teacher. I know what it means. It means they're going to fuck with our curriculum. The new Artificial Intelligence Ready Schools Act requires school systems to develop policies governing AI use. Oh, okay. AI use in classroom. That's good to hear. Schools will also appoint AI coordinators and establish guidelines to ensure any AI tools meet standards for safety, transparency, and effectiveness. Supporters say this is about preparing students for a future where AI will impact nearly every profession: healthcare, cybersecurity, finance, manufacturing. I don't know why they want that, because the motherfuckers already have its own sense of humor and opinion. And education are already being transformed by AI. Pretending it doesn't exist won't help students compete in the tomorrow's workforce, nor should we have to, in my opinion. Critics remain concerned about privacy, misinformation, algorithm bias, because they are fucking biased. I promise you. App Liner would not fucking give me what you call it on a lot of these stories. A lot of these stories that have to do with black race, it just kept moving, or it said no content. So now I have to go find an alternative to summarize these stories. And then whatever. Anyways, let's see here now. Those concerned, critics remain concerned about privacy and all that stuff. Those concerns are expected to be part of the ongoing discussion as the law is implemented. For many educators, the challenge will be making sure AI becomes a tool that enhances learning rather than replacing critical thinking. In that case, you got to have a specific site you go to, and it has to have restrictions for the kids. God dang it. You have to have restrictions. The future has officially entered the classroom. Maryland decided it's better to teach students how to drive the car than pretend the car isn't coming. Why the fuck is the car there is all I want to know. That's it for news on education. We're going to go ahead and move into business news. And then we're going to keep moving. Like I said, I finally got the stupid script to stop being 3 hours long. We're going to finish early. Believe me, we'll be done before 9 o'clock my time. Because right now it's 12, and it's actually still, that's terrifying. Anyways, where is it? Oh, nope, not that. Okay, there it is. I need to get my hotkeys. Woo. I thought I had that locked. I really did. Anyways, new data shows why wealth feels different for Black Americans. Let's talk about this. So, when people talk about wealth, they often talk about investment accounts, vacation homes, retirement plans, and generational wealth. Lord, I wish I could get that. Just the generational wealth. I don't care about the other shit. Generational assets. But new research shows why the conversation looks very different for many Black families. According to the data highlighted by Pew, I'm serious, it's called Pew, the wealth gap between Black and white families grew by approximately $50,000 between 2019 and 2022. By 2022, the typical white family held roughly $240,000 more wealth than the typical Black family. One major factor is access to retirement benefits. Researchers note that retirement savings represent the largest source of household wealth in America. I have an IRA, really. Even more than home ownership. Yet, Black workers are significantly less likely to have access to employer sponsored retirement plans such as pensions and 401ks. I had one, I turned it into an IRA. For many participants interviewed by researchers, wealth wasn't defined by yachts and luxury cars. Instead, it meant being able to pay bills without stress, handle emergencies, retire with dignity, and avoid becoming a financial burden on family members. I agree. Sometimes the wealth conversation gets reduced to personal responsibility. The data suggests access, opportunity, and long term financial tools also play a major role in determining who gets to build wealth and who spends most of their life trying to catch up. Right now, it feels like I'm just trying to catch up. Shit, I hope something changes. I hope when I graduate, shit changes. But that is it for the business news, because the next news, I don't know where the hell it belongs. So it's I don't know news. That's what I call it. I don't know where these stories belong, and you might not either when you see them shits, because I don't understand what the hell I'm looking at when I see these damn things. I'm serious. You just gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm see how I'm looking? That's how you gonna look. Let me quiet my mouth down. That looks weird. Anyways, here we go. Where is it? There it is.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Barack Obama is running for California governor, but it's not what you think. California voters scanning the ballot might do a double take when they see the name Barack Obama running for governor. Before anybody starts wondering whether the Constitution suddenly got a software update, let's clear this up. It is not former President Barack Obama. The candidate's name is Barack Denzel Obama Shaw. Oh, Lord, have mercy. He legally changed his name in 2013 after deciding he wanted to honor both President Barack Obama and actor Denzel Washington. Sir, did you have a conversation with your family about this? Did you talk to your wife? Did you talk to your mother or your father about this decision? Woo. Charles says the name represents hope, leadership, and possibility. An Army Reserve veteran and son of a soul trained musician. See how it's connecting? He is campaigning on promises to address homelessness. That's good. Increase housing availability. He needs to talk to Zoran, and improve California's financial outlook. Go talk to Zoran. He is one of more than 60 candidates seeking California's top job in what has become an extremely crowded race. The field includes major political figures, business leaders, and candidates with far more name recognition. Well, maybe not literally more name recognition. Let's be honest, somewhere in California, at least one voter looked at the ballot and said, wait a minute. I know I did when I heard that shit. I don't know where the hell this story belongs. That's why I put it here. I'm just saying. Moving on, because that's not the only one. I'm not sure where this story fits. All right, girl. FBI offers reward for Georgia inmate who stole $11 million while behind bars. I want to talk to him on how he was able to do that. This man has talent. Y'all need to hire him for something, because I don't know how he did it either, but it takes skills. You know, it's a what the fuck story when somebody allegedly commits a $11 million fraud scheme from inside prison, then somehow escapes prison. Oh shit, I didn't know he escaped prison too. That man is a genius. Give him a job. Federal inmate Arthur Cofield escaped from a minimum security prison. Well, that's y'all fault. Minimum security prison camp in Georgia on May 26. Authorities discovered he was missing during a routine count, triggering a multi-agency manhunt involving the FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, and other law enforcement agencies. Cofield was already serving a 135-month sentence for fraud and identity theft. Hold on, give me a second. How long is that? Because I know 12 months. I know that's a few years right there. Let me see here now. 135 divided by 12. He would have been in there for 11 years and 3 months. I think he's going to be in there longer now. Authorities, okay, so Prosecutors say he became notorious for allegedly orchestrating an $11 million theft while incarcerated by using contraband cell phones to impersonate billion-dollar film producer Sidney Kimmel. Who the fuck is Sidney Kimmel? I don't even know who that is. Authorities say the money was used to purchase thousands of gold coins and help fund luxury property purchases. Good Lord, this man. He need a job. Whoever the hell, he need a government job. Now investigators are trying to figure out not only where he is, but also how he managed to leave a federal prison camp in the first place. Officials have released his description and are offering up to $10,000 for information leading to his capture. Shit, with the money he got, he could possibly pay everybody looking for him to not look for him. At this point, yeesh, somebody in the Bureau of Prisons is probably having the worst staff meeting of the year. Good Lord, man, he needs a job. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. That damn man needs a job. That's all I can say. Somebody give him a government job and tell me how he's doing. Because I bet you he'd be the best one in there. Espionage, that's that dude right there. All right, next story is we're talking about culture. So, yeah. What the hell is going on? Every time I do this shit, my shit lags. Give me a second. I'm gonna wait until the damn lag gets away, because I'm serious. Like, I've already finished the story. What the hell is going on? I'm still seeing the story. Okay, there you go. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna refresh real quick because that shit is annoying. Refresh that bitch. Yes, reload. All right, so I'm back again. Shit, I didn't like that at all. All right, so let me go back to that. So we're gonna go get into culture moment. Check it out. All right, so Michelle Obama explains why Black people shouldn't have imposter syndrome. I don't know what that is, but we're going to talk about it. So, Michelle Obama has a message for Black folks, women, and anybody else who's ever talked themselves out of an opportunity before they even applied. Stop assuming you don't belong in the room. Oh, that's what they mean. Okay, yeah, I get it. Speaking at SXSW London, the former First Lady discussed imposter syndrome and the self doubt that often follows people in schools, boardrooms, and leadership positions. Drawing from her own experiences, Obama said she sat at some of the most powerful tables in the world and noticed something interesting. People of color and women often question whether they deserve to be there. White men, not so much. Obama joked that she has never heard a white man talk about imposter syndrome. Excuse me. Her point wasn't to attack anybody. It was a highlight. It was to highlight a confidence gap that many Black professionals know all too well. While some people hesitate until they're 100% qualified, others apply first and figure the rest out later. I wish I could have that confidence. She's spoken about this issue before, calling imposter syndrome a false belief system built from repeatedly telling yourself you don't belong. Her advice is simple. If you're in the room, there's probably a reason you're there. Translation, stop rejecting yourself before life even gets a chance to. That's true, because I mean, the administration is full of people that don't belong there, and yet they're still there. I'm just saying. Now we're going to move into something more closer to home. Apparently, Father's Day is coming out. So 8 Black-owned gift ideas for every dad this Father's Day. If you got a dad, great. If you have a man who likes who has kids like me, then yeah, good luck with that one. So Father's Day is coming up, and if your gift plan is another number one dad mug, this list would like a word with you. Thank you. A new roundup highlights Black-owned businesses offering unique gifts for fathers, for dads who love style brands like Chezrien, that's spelled Chezrien, Mifflin, MIF Land, and Blackstock and Weber offer everything from luxury loafers to bold fashion pieces for the punctual dad who treats being 5 minutes early like a personality trait. Rook and Castle sells luxury watches while supporting HBCU scholarships and youth wellness programs. Tech loving fathers can check out Focus and Frames Bluetooth glasses, while dads who still carry cash can upgrade their wallet game with products from Sarep and Rose. Sarep is SAREP and Rose. There's even a stain resistant shirt for new fathers because babies apparently see fresh clothing as a personal challenge. One of the more creative ideas comes from Sunday Club, which publishes an old fashioned print newspaper packed with puzzles, stories, and activities designed to help families spend long time together away from screens. The bigger takeaway is simple. Supporting Black owned businesses doesn't have to feel like homework sometimes. It just means buying something good for a dad. All right, now we got two celebrities slash good news, but so I'm gonna keep them in good news because I have some other celebrity shit I need to talk about. So we're gonna talk about these two people, and you're gonna be shocked by the last one. I'm serious, you're gonna be shocked. Okay, good. So let me move this over here so y'all can see that. Okay, so Idris Elba receives knighthood from King Charles at Windsor Castle for services to young people. So that's good news, god dang it, because sometimes we need something to smile at. So Idris Elba has officially received one of the United Kingdom's highest honors and can now add sorry, a new title to his already impressive resume. Sir Idris Elba, excuse me. King Charles III formally knighted Elba during the ceremony at Windsor Castle, recognizing his decades of work supporting young people. The honor is especially meaningful because Elba's relationship with what is known as the King's Trust goes back to when he was 18 years old and received assistance from the organization himself. Like I said, give back to what made you. Over the years, Elba has become an ambassador for the charity, helping raise awareness and opportunities for young people. More recently, he and his wife Sabrina launched the Elba Hope Foundation, which focuses on supporting the diaspora communities around the world. After the ceremony, Elba posted a simple message online: "We are thankful, the work continues." Not bad for a man who went from struggling actor to global superstar, philanthropist, producer, DJ. I did not know he was a DJ, and now an actual knight. Somewhere Stringer Bell just leveled up. What the hell, Stringer Bell? I need to go check that out. Is that from what you call it? Is that from The Wire? I never watched The Wire. I don't watch drama that much. I really don't. Which is weird because I watch true crime. But anyways, moving on to some more good news, which is really shocking. I didn't see this. You are still on my damn computer bag. I'm gonna knock your ass out when I'm done. I'm gonna knock you off of it. I'm not gonna knock her out, but I'm gonna knock her ass off my goddamn fat. I have a fat back cat. Anyways, Chris Brown says he quietly earned a master's degree in arts entrepreneurship. Yeah, I'm doing that too, but not quietly because this shit ain't easy. So Chris Brown surprised fans this week by revealing something most people didn't see coming. He quietly earned a master's degree. The singer shared an image of what appears to be a diploma from Harvest Christian University, showing he earned a master's of fine art degree in arts entrepreneurship. I did not know that was a job. Alongside the post, Brown wrote, "I move in silence, but try to grow in public." Brown, that's a really good saying. Brown hasn't released many details about the program or why he waited to share the accomplishment. What we do know is that the degree aligns with the business side of his career. Beyond music, Brown has spent years building ventures in fashion, visual arts, branding, and entrepreneurship. The announcement quickly generated congratulations from fans across social media. While people often focus on celebrity drama, this story highlights something different: personal growth and continuing education. Hey, I ain't mad at it. I really am not. Whether you're a fan of his music or not, earning a graduate degree while maintaining a global entertainment career is no small accomplishment. No wonder the man is cuckoo. I just wonder, is he trying to match with his hair? I just wonder sometimes. I'm curious about that. But that's it for the good news. We're about to go ahead and jump into celebrity news. But before I do that, once again, I want to do some promos. And then I'm going to do my commercial again. Turn that bitch off because sometimes they don't help. Also, if you wouldn't mind, subscribe. Please share, subscribe, and help me out. If you like what I'm doing, or if you don't like what I'm doing, go ahead and let me know what I can do to change it. Just don't be ignorant. I don't like it. I really don't, and I have time now. So, anyways, here we go. If you like CBD and you like your lips popping, check out this company. She can be found on Threads, Twitch, and Instagram. CBD Honey Lips. Check it out. Also, if you are in the DC area and you have the money and the time, please go check out the 7 days in DC. If you want to make a move, you want to get involved. It is June 28th to July 4th. Go check out Political Drain. He has more information, all of the information. Once again, if you have the money and the time, or you're in the area and you have the time, go check out 7 days in DC and become a part of something. All right, so here go my commercial, and I'll be right back with celebrity news. Anyways, where's my commercial? Okay, there it goes. I knew it wasn't going to work. Fuck. I had to keep it up there. Anyways, let me go move this around, and let me see what celebrity shit is. I think it's this one. I'm so sorry for doing this. Hold on. It is not. I keep doing the wrong one. But anyways, from Marvin Gaye to Nicki Minaj, yuck. These 15 black songs predicted the future with creepy accuracy. There's about 2 magas up on that screen, and it's embarrassing. So you ever hear an old song and suddenly realize the artist, give me a second here. The artist was warning everybody years before the rest of us caught on? That's the idea behind a fascinating list highlighting black songs that seemed strangely problematic. One of the strongest examples comes from Marvin Gaye. Long before climate change became a daily political debate, songs like Mercy, Mercy Me, The Ecology, warned about pollution, environmental destruction, and the damage being done to the planet. Decades later, those lyrics sound less like entertainment and more like a weather report. The list also includes artists whose lyrics appear to foreshadow, what the hell? Oh, it's one of my cats. Appear to foreshadow personal struggles, industry drama, legal troubles, or major cultural shifts. The point isn't that musicians can see the future. It's that great artists often notice trends, warning signs, and human behavior before everyone else. Black music has always been more than the background noise. It has served as social commentary, historical documentation, celebration, protest, and sometimes a warning label wrapped in a catchy beat. Every now and then, a lyric ages so well or so accurately that people start wondering whether the artist had a crystal ball hidden somewhere in the studio. I ain't gonna lie, some of that shit do be sounding stuff, but I don't know with her, seriously. Moving on, let me see if I get this button right, and I hope I remember this shit. Let me move this. I promise you, I'm crisscross right now trying to do this. Let's see here now. Is it this button? What button is it? God dang it. Is this button? It is this button. But it doesn't want to work. Okay, fuck you. Oh, because it's that. Okay. Shit. Let me see if it works. Are you serious? You still don't want to work?
Well, what's going on over there?
You know what? I give up. I don't care. So, Cassie Ventura reveals she has relocated outside the United States a year after testifying against the diddler. I don't blame her. I really don't blame her. So, Cassie Ventura Fine has revealed that she no longer lives in the United States and says she has no plans to move back. You know you are an awful person when you make someone leave a whole country. Like me, I want to leave the country because of the orangutan over there at 1600. What hell? I don't even know where it is anymore. Washington Ave or something. The disclosure came through a court filing connected to an ongoing legal dispute involving Clayton Howard, a former male escort who claims he participated in sexual encounters involving Cassie and the diddler. Cassie did not reveal which country she now calls home, but she argued in court that moving portions of her legal case from California to New York would be far more convenient given her current location. The news arrives roughly a year after Cassie spent days testifying about her former relationship with Diddy, with the diddler during federal court proceedings. Since then, she has largely remained out of the spotlight while focusing on her family and personal life. Meanwhile, the diddler continues facing legal scrutiny from multiple directions, in addition to his existing conviction and prison sentence. Another case involving him is reportedly being reviewed by Los Angeles prosecutors. As for Cassie, one thing seems clear. After years of public drama, court appearances, and headlines, she appears to be determined to put some serious distance between her and the chaos. I would too. I don't blame her. Shit, I don't blame her. Now, this next one I think is a good story to talk about because we really don't need no more assholes. We really don't. We really don't. Is this the right button? Let me check. Let me check one more time. That is not it. I'm so sick of this shit. Where the hell is my damn celebrity news? Did I delete it accidentally? There it is. Bastard. Okay, let me bring this down. And let me move this so this will work. In Congression. Okay, I found my celebrity news. There we go.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, so let me close that because by the time I get there, maybe it'll work. ASAP Rocky knows his kids are Nepo babies. His solution is hilarious. So ASAP Rocky knows his kids will grow up with privileges most kids can only dream about. After all, when your parents are Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, regular childhood is probably not on the menu. In a recent interview, Rocky addressed the fact that his children will inevitably be labeled Nepo babies. Rather than pretending the privilege doesn't exist, he's taking a different approach. His solution? Make sure his kids spend time around family members who will keep them grounded. You need to meet my mother. I almost was a sensation, and then it went to my head, and she pulled me out that shit. Rocky joked that spending time with their rougher cousins will make sure nobody develops an oversized ego. While the comment got laughs online, the underlying message was serious. He wants his children connected to his family, reality, and life outside of the celebrity bubbles. The rapper also discussed how fatherhood has changed him. He revealed that he no longer hosts recording sessions at home because he wants to shield his children from parts of the music industry. Good idea. Let's be honest, though. Every family has at least one cousin who will remind you exactly who you are. Rocky just is making sure his kids meet them early. I would too. Them motherfuckers would grow up with them. Damn, that kid got a big forehead. That's Rihanna's kid. That's all I got to say. And that's it for that. Now let's see if this works. I probably not going to work, but I'm going to try anyways because I didn't think that the story would end so quickly. I thought maybe I would have another celebrity story, but no, I don't. I have a lot of health stories though. I do have that. So let's see if I can get the health one to work. Probably not, but it would be nice. Oh shit, it worked. Thank God. All right, so no one prepares you for the last breath. A grief expert's advice on healing, which I think we all need. One of the hardest experiences a person can face is sitting beside someone they love during their final moments. According to grief experts, no amount of preparation truly prepares you for that reality. A recent article explores what many families experience when a loved one takes their last breath. Some people cry immediately. Some become focused on practical tasks. Others feel numb and don't fully process the loss until weeks or months later. I think that's me. I think that's honestly me. Hold on, give me a second. There is again a damn lag. I'm so sick of this shit. Hold on. I'm just going to wait until the lag comes through because I don't like this. It looks like I paused and I don't appreciate it. Let me. Fuck it. I'm just going to refresh it again. I don't care. I don't care. Don't make me sick. I'm just going to refresh it again. I do not care. Yes, yes, yes. Reload, reload, reload. I'm back. Where's my comments? Right here. All right, here we go. So, a recent article explores what many families experience when a loved one takes their last breath. Some cry immediately, some focus on practical tasks, others feel numb and don't fully process the loss until weeks or months later. Experts say all of these reactions are normal. One of the most important messages from grief counselors is that there is no right way to mourn. Society often pressures people to stay strong, keep moving, or quickly return to normal. Real grief doesn't follow a calendar. It doesn't care about deadlines. Many survivors also replay final conversations in their minds, wondering if they said enough or did enough. I know I do. Counselors remind families that love isn't measured by one final moment. It's measured by the years of care, support, memories, and relationships built over a lifetime. Grief isn't something you solve. It's something you learn to carry, and nobody should have to carry it alone. That is so real. Honestly, that is so true. I like that message. Anyways, moving on. Turning grief and self-doubt into empowerment for Black women. So I'm hitting all sides when it comes to grief. So author Leslie Lee Sanders wants Black women to stop shrinking themselves to fit other people's expectations and start taking up the space they've always deserved. In her memoir, Ready to Listen, Sanders explores how generations of Black women were taught to stay quiet, accommodate others, and avoid making people uncomfortable. She argues that true healing begins when women stop silencing themselves and start trusting their own voices. Sanders knows the journey personally. She describes growing up with messages about being quiet and not drawing attention to herself. I was taught that shit. Later, grief, family expectations, and challenges within the publishing industry reinforced those habits. Eventually, she realized finding her voice required honesty, therapy, self-reflection, and a willingness to stop apologizing for existing. She also criticizes parts of the publishing industry for often favoring stereotypes and limiting how Black women are expected to tell their stories. Those experiences ultimately push her toward independence and self-publishing, and that's what we need to do. Her message is simple. Your voice matters, your story matters, and nobody should spend their entire life asking permission to be heard. For real. Sometimes you got to advocate. Matter of fact, tomorrow I got to go advocate for myself again because I had to send the letter and now I'm ready. Hopefully things work right. We're going to move on to the next story. Neonatal testing, a game changer for Black moms and babies. I'm glad to tell a story about this. So researchers believe advanced neonatal testing could become an important tool in addressing some of the health disparities facing Black mothers and babies. The technology uses genetic and genomic testing to identify serious medical conditions in newborns before symptoms become severe. Doctors can detect rare diseases, inherited disorders, and metabolic conditions much earlier than in the past, allowing treatment to begin sooner. This is particularly important because Black infants continue to experience higher rates of premature birth, infant mortality, and serious health complications than many other groups. Supporters believe earlier diagnosis could help improve outcomes and reduce some long-standing disparities. For families dealing with rare genetic disorders, time matters. In some cases, parents spend years searching for answers while a child's condition worsens. Advanced testing can sometimes provide those answers within days, giving doctors a critical head start. Experts caution that testing alone won't solve every problem. Access to healthcare, prenatal care, postpartum support, and culturally competent treatment all remain essential. Still, many researchers see neonatal testing as a promising step toward giving more Black babies the healthy start they deserve. I don't know what this next one is, but I'm not keeping it. Let me go to the next story. What the hell? It repeated. I don't know why it repeated, but let me see if I can find the other stories. Because if it repeats again, then we got a problem. Okay, this is the right one. I don't know why it repeated. Shit, that's ridiculous. Is low testosterone the real problem? Experts weigh in on why men need to look deeper. All right, so I'm not going to leave y'all out, man. Every time a man feels tired, gains a few pounds, loses energy, or notices changes in his sex drive, somebody on the internet is ready to diagnose him with low testosterone before he even finishes scrolling. But medical experts say the situation is much more complicated. Let's keep this moving. The popularity of testosterone clinics, supplements, and social media health influencers has exploded in recent years. Many of them promote testosterone as the answer to everything from low energy to bad moods. While testosterone absolutely plays an important role in men's health, doctors caution that many symptoms blamed on low T can actually be caused by entirely different issues. Poor sleep, chronic stress, depression, obesity, diabetes, lack of exercise, and even certain medications can all produce symptoms that look similar to low testosterone. That's why experts emphasize proper medical testing instead of a self-diagnosing based on TikTok videos and sponsored ads. Please don't mess with them. Doctors also warn that testosterone replacement therapy isn't some magical superhero serum. For men with medically affirmed low testosterone, treatment can be life-changing. For everyone else, it may provide little benefit while carrying potential risks that require ongoing monitoring. The bottom line, before spending money on miracle pills, internet supplements, or hormone clinics promising you'll feel 25 again, get tested and talk to qualified healthcare providers. Sometimes the real problem isn't testosterone at all. So that's it for health. We're going to move into, palate cleanser. I'm going to go ahead and do my commercial one last time. If you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing and you have a suggestion, hit me up in the comments because I do take suggestions. I'm always asking. Please like and share, subscribe. Where's my subscribe? There you go. Subscribe and help me build my little community so we can finally have some some talks on a panel. Seriously, because that's what I'm trying to get to. Some talks on a panel, talk about what the hell is wrong. Let me check. That cat is still on my damn computer bag. I'm gonna go back there when this is over, and I'm gonna knock her ass off my damn computer bag. God dang it, there's a whole bed right here, and she's on my computer bag. Why? There's no computer in there. I don't get it. Anyways, here go my commercial. I'll be right back.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's gone for hours and some hours till we pass out. Sissy, stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, so loose chicken flees animal control, takes a dip in a pool. Why? So the damn chicken is just moving in, huh? I told you the damn orangutan is the reason he telling all his animal people. That's why all this shit is happening. These animals are trying to take over our neighborhoods for real. All right, Chair Gang. After all that serious news, it's time for a story that sounds like somebody lost a bet with Mother Nature. Residents in Lexington found themselves participating in what can only be described as an unauthorized poultry Olympics when a chicken somehow ended up trapped in a neighborhood swimming pool. What followed was a rescue attempt that quickly turned into a full-scale comedy production. Multiple people tried to catch the bird, but the chicken apparently had different plans. Witnesses watched as it give me a second here. Here we go again with the damn pause. I hate that shit. Let me see if it's gonna come through. Okay. Let's see here now. Multiple people tried to catch the bird, but the chicken apparently had different plans. Witnesses watched as it repeatedly dodged rescue efforts, zigzagged around the pool, and generally behaved like it had trained for this exact moment its entire life. Now, catching a chicken on dry land is already difficult. I've never tried. Add water, stressed out humans, and one highly motivated bird, and suddenly you got a live action cartoon. Somewhere, Benny Hill music should have been playing in the background. Eventually, rescuers managed to get the chicken out safely. Nobody was injured, the bird survived, and an entire neighborhood received free entertainment. If you ask me, that bird was trying to move in, okay? He was trying to move in. And the best part, the chicken is probably walking around today telling the other birds, I wasn't trapped. I was conducting a tactical exercise. I believe that part. I believe that part. Moving on. Hopefully this shit works. Let me bring it down and then I'm going to try and bring it back up, because shit. What is it? Oh, yeah, it's this one. Why isn't it? Oh, fuck. I hate that shit so much. So 6 loose sheep, say that 6 times fast. 6 loose sheep wandered through North Carolina neighborhood. I told you they're trying to move in. So apparently North Carolina has entered its rebellious livestock era. Authorities in Durham County recently found themselves chasing a runaway sheep that decided fences, rules, and basic expectations no longer applied. The wool-covered fugitive escaped and led deputies and animal control officers on a pursuit that quickly became community entertainment. Every attempt to corner the sheep seemed to backfire. The animal dodged capture, changed directions, and demonstrated a level of athleticism nobody expected for something that usually spends its days eating grass and minding its own business. Are you sure that's not a goat? Okay, anyways. As word spread, people stopped to watch the chase unfold. Some rooted for law enforcement, others quietly rooted for the sheep. Let's be honest, after a nonstop news cycle filled with politics and stress, watching a sheep outmaneuver a group of adults is surprisingly therapeutic. Now, that sheep is sitting up there getting itself, tactical understanding. It is learning its enemy. That sheep is going to move in soon. Eventually, authorities brought the situation to a peaceful conclusion and safely recovered the animal. No property damage and no injuries, and no criminal charges were filed against the suspect. The takeaway? Somewhere in North Carolina, one sheep is probably looking for a fence right now, whispering, "You may have caught me, but one glorious afternoon, I was free." Good on you, sheep. I still think you look like a goat. I love goat legs, charred goat leg. I'm just saying, I was in China. That's delicious. But anyways, that's it for the news. I thank you so much for rocking with me. Please come back on Sunday so I have more. I'm trying to get other stuff out, but like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to manage all of this shit and depression. So please forgive me if all you get is the news. I am trying to get new stuff out though. I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Anyways, if not for you, I would be nothing. So thank you and good night.
I can't say, no, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul. On the road, I can't say, no, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul. On the road.